Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Kaguya-Sama Love is War. Anyway, last time around, we had Hayasaka wants him to fall for her, where Hayasaka was challenged by Kaguya to see if it was so easy to win over a boy, and Hayasaka proved it's not easy. It should be easier than Kaguya's making it, but she did her best to impress Shirogane, but it just did not work. Kaguya wants to be confessed to. Shirogane decided to use Kaguya to write his speeches for the campaign for his re-election, and there was a whole big crowd basically watching, thinking he was going to confess his love, and then he was just like, can you write my speeches? And she's like, yeah. And then Miko Ino wants to set things right. There we go. Shirogane met his competition in the election, Miko Ino, who is confident, has some interesting policies, we'll say, and tried to sway Fujiwara, but it ultimately didn't work. So, yeah. That's pretty much where we left off. So, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Kaguya-Sama Love is War. Let's get going. It's Beauty and the Beast, but which one's Beauty and which one is the Beast? That's a trick question. They're both Beauty and the Beast. That was interesting. That was something. 4 stories in that one. Goodness. I always love a good 4 stories, you know? Let's just go through them one at a time. First, boy finally got some sleep. I can't believe... I said that like in the first episode. I was like, this guy doesn't get enough sleep. I can see it in his eyes. And I love... That's actually true. He does not get enough sleep. Once he gets enough sleep, then he's way more approachable. I mean, look, I get it. You know, me here on these videos, I'm all here in, sunshine and rainbows. Clearly, that's the image I give off. But, I smile on here and everything, but, man, me in public looks more like this. I just look like this all the time. And I mean, I can still talk like this, but I mean, for the most part, I just look like this. Might help if I get the glare out of my glasses so you can see it better. I made it worse. There we go. That's just how I am. I can be happy, but And so I know I can be off-putting. I'm over 6 feet tall. I am a large gentleman. I have all this, hair. Well, I have all this hair over here. Up here, it's, different story, but that's beside the point. I got the glasses, I've got the beard. I could be a little off-putting. But I get it, man. I get it. I get the whole thing of he's normally off-putting, but now that he got some sleep, he looks so much better, I have been told that I try to hide my face behind glasses, hair, and a beard. I say, good. For me, I enjoy that, I enjoy... First off, I just like having a beard. I just think I look better. But I don't know. It's just how I am, and that's how Shirogane is, And that said, should he be getting more sleep? Yes, he should be getting more sleep. He should be getting adequate amounts of sleep. I should too. And I sometimes do. Half the time it's not even because I'm up late or anything like that. It's just I can't go to sleep, Like, I generally go to sleep sometime around 1 o'clock and wake up around 7-ish, I would say. And that's not because I'm staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning. That's because I go to bed at like 11 and I can't sleep for 2 hours. It drives me insane, you know? It drives me insane. I have to take a sleeping pill just to knock myself out. And even then, it's still like 12:30, 1 o'clock when I finally conk out for the night, you know? So, and I've had this problem for a long time. For a long time. But, I mean, just the other day, or not even the other, like, I had, just the other day, I guess, yeah. Just the other day, I had 3 nights in a row where I fell asleep naturally. And I didn't take a sleeping pill or anything, I just fell asleep naturally. And it was so nice, you know? It was so nice. And I felt better. But last night, it's about 12:30, getting up towards 1 o'clock, and I felt it. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. So, down goes a pill. And then I conk out finally. Thank goodness, you know? I don't know. It's a good night when I don't have to take a sleeping pill, but it happens. I mean, what can you do? I have to go to sleep. There was one night, oh my god, though. There was one night where I didn't go to sleep. Like, I went to bed at 11 o'clock, and I didn't fall asleep until after 4 in the morning. It was so bad. And then I did record the next day, actually. I recorded the season 2 finale of Attack on Titan and an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I can't remember which episode it was, but I think it was JoJo. Was it JoJo or was it My Hero? Maybe it was My Hero, actually. I can't remember, but I do remember the episode of Attack on Titan. So I was exhausted. You know, I had gotten maybe, and this is a very generous, maybe 3 hours of sleep, you know? And I was bad. You can go watch that video. Again, the season 2 finale of Attack on Titan. I was so dead trying to watch that episode. So it was rough. It was rough. That is the worst night I've ever had, where I just could not get to sleep for about 5 hours. About 5 hours I was just tossing and turning, not going to sleep, you know? So I get that, I get Shirogane. He seems so much different after a good night's sleep. I get it. I understand that. Between that and his love of space, I'm starting to think Shirogane is me, you know? He's just the younger anime version of me. Ugh. But where's my Kaguya, then? Where's my Kaguya? I want a Kaguya. I want someone to appreciate the monster. I love that. I really do love that it's like, no, she prefers him to look... It's not even dead inside, it's dead outside. Like, that's really funny. That it's like, now that he's all, like, rested and he looks, like, good, she's like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But, I love Ishigami coming over with the save, too. It's like, oh, you know, you have to take a realistic look at love and everything. You know, you love them for the reasons that you love them, you know? And it's like, I don't know, like, that was really fun. It's like, why is there a right or wrong way to love someone? I love that he did that, and and she completely got it. She enjoyed that. It's like, that's like the best interaction the two of them have ever had, you know? So I like that. There is no right or wrong way to love. So she can be totally fine loving him when he looks like he's about to keel over at any point, you know? Maybe it's the whole thing of like the I can fix him. It's the I can take care of him, you know? While he's sitting there dying because he did not get enough sleep, she can tend to him, you know? And then, I did want to see, though, I slightly missed what Hayasaka said, and I wanted to look at that.
She's been tainted by a man and developed a strange fetish because of it.
She's right, you know, and that's why she's best girl.
I love just randomly in the middle of this, the narrator's like, by the way, Hayasaka is best girl. And I mean, like, no complaints here. No complaints here, but at the same time... although, I do want to talk about that with Fujiwara in just a second, but I did like that. It was like, she's been tainted by a man, and now she's developed a fetish because of it. It's just, it's true, though. It's true. And that's why she's best girl. Like, that just seems so random. It's like, I don't know, like, that's the most random moment, I feel like. Like, last episode, we had an entire section of Hayasaka trying to swoo him, as I said last time. The made-up word I created last time. And still, it's like, no, this episode, the narrator's just like, alright, putting my foot down, even though that was my hand, I'm putting my foot down, Hayasaka's best girl. And it's like, okay. Alright, man. Hey, we get it, I get you. I don't know if I've ever had an anime tell me who the best girl is, you know? In the same way, I've never had an anime tell me not to go for a particular girl. Like, this anime has told me not to like Fujiwara and has told me to like Hayasaka. I've never had an anime tell me how to think about that. Good grief. But, it's interesting that they pull that out. It's interesting that they pull that out with Hayasaka. That sounds wrong. It's interesting that they say that about Hayasaka, that she's best girl, right before a really, really good segment with Fujiwara, you know? Because Fujiwara is gonna Fujiwara, you know? We all know that. We all know Fujiwara is gonna Fujiwara. But I do like that moment where she's just genuinely, you know, trying to help Shirogane, you know? She genuinely wants to help him learn. And what was the thing? I mean, I love her being terrified of, oh no, I have to teach this idiot again. But I don't know, there's just something about it. There's just something about it that was so nice, you know? Just all that training they did, and then her to just be so happy and proud of him, you know? And I just love that moment of, don't worry, Mama's gonna take care of you. And he's just like, wait, so when did you stop being my teacher and you became my mother? It's just like, I don't know, there's just something about that I really enjoyed, you know? So, like, that was a really good, like, you know, if someone came up to you and was like, hey, I think Fujiwara's best girl, you'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. But then they'd be like, yeah, but didn't you remember that segment where she taught him to sing? And I'd just be like, oh, okay, I can see your point. I mean, she's crazy, but at the same time, like, she has her moments. She has her good moments, you know? And it's such a thing, too, because, like, when it's like, oh, yeah, Fujiwara's the one who's conducting the school during the school anthem. My immediate thought is, oh my god, why would you do this? But no, she's good at that. And they explained last episode she used to play the piano, you know, she's great with music. So it's just like, it's like I'm almost like I'm putting too much of an image in my head of, you know, Fujiwara the crazy girl, whereas it's like, no, she does have her legitimate moments where she's a real girl, you know? In the same way that, you know, you can almost get, like, kind of bogged down, like, especially I think in season 1, I kind of got bogged down with, like, the war to the point where I was like, do they like each other? You know? Like, does Kaguya actually like Shirogane? But then, you know, the episodes went on, you get to the finale, and then you get to season 2, it's like, yes, absolutely she does. And it's something, again, I think for the first, like, 6-7 episodes of this show, you can honestly kind of forget about, you know? So I like that. I like that having a good moment for Fujiwara, especially because, hilariously, it's right after they declared Hayasaka best girl. Which I'm not going to argue with, but still, I'd like to give some credit to Fujiwara, you know? And then, Kaguya taking down the other candidates. Because, of course, she's freaking torturing the other candidates to drop out. So, but she couldn't convince Miko. Miko is too strong-willed. But I love when she says, like, you're so awful, and so is Shirogane. You two are perfect for each other. And she's like, you think so? It's like, oh my god, you're a moron. It's like, that's not what she's talking about. But it's like, why don't you two get married already? It's like, I love that caught her off guard. Like, that was funny. And then I like with Fujiwara, where it's like, oh, she's starting to sway Fujiwara. And then she doesn't, because, she reads the policy and she's like, no. I like that it's like, oh, I'll recruit you and Shirogane to my student council so that you'll be straightened out. And she's like, oh, so we'll spend time together? It's like, we'll spend time together in the morning when we do uniform checks. We'll spend time in the afternoon when we do trash pickup. But then the whole, like, and no physical contact. You must stay 50 centimeters apart. And that's where it always falls apart. There's always something where it falls apart and you don't want to be with Miko anymore. You're just like, I'm going to cast my vote for Shirogane. Oh, boy. So, there's always something. But damn if she ain't determined. So I guess that's it. Go back to the end. Okay, should be good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Very, very interesting, good episode. 4 segments in this one. It's always going to be good when we get a 4-segment one. But yeah, good stuff, and I'm excited to see where we're going next time on Dragon Ball Z. It's Election Day. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Kaguya-Sama reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.